2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Tonight, it's Los Angeles as they'll be playing against the Rockets. Looking at Houston, they're going to be a factor when it comes to the postseason. Right now, they stand 5 games back from the conference leaders. Well, we're going to be seeing great rebounders on both sides in this one. Kenny, who were some of the best rebounders you ever played against?
Well, there's a guy who's probably paying attention. I don't want to inflate his ego.
Him?
No.
Oh.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Yeah. But he said, who were some of the best rebounders you ever played against?
I played against Hakeem.
Oh, yeah. And you played with him.
And I played with him.
Anyway, I'm going to go with the Worm, Dennis Rodman.
Yeah, the game's just about to begin. Let's go to Kevin Harlan with the call.
At home, the Rockets don't hold anything back, whether it comes to their clothes or their effort on the floor. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. The famous We Love Houston sign just off Interstate 10. We're coming to you from the Toyota Center in the biggest city in the Lone Star State. Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for him.
And a promising trend this month is the rise in his effective field goal percentage. He's showing a lot of smarts. Shot selection has been tremendous, and it's helped his numbers a ton.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got the Professor. He's out there with Shake and Bake. Clutch out there with the Bulldozer. And it's Terry in at the 4 spot. And for the Rockets, they've got Walton, and it's Howard in at the 2 spot. And this late in the season, Clark, for non-playoff contending teams, really there's nothing to lose. The pressure is gone. You can let it rip, can't you?
Yeah, there's a freedom that you can play with when you don't have the pressure or the expectation of being a playoff team. And sometimes that allows you to play your best basketball because there is nothing to lose.
Here's the Professor. And there's the pass to Clutch. Buries it from three-point range. Clutch has got the game going here with the first basket for Los Angeles. Now Robertson. Pass to Walton. Hall passes to Stevens. Just 4 to shoot. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two players.
And here is Los Angeles now. Here's Houston now. It's a 3-point game. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
Here's Steffens after the basket by Los Angeles. The shot's good from Robertson.
And generally, Robertson's a guy that likes to play free throw line and below, but here's a time where he steps out and launches from beyond.
Now here's Lewis. A 14-point game for him in the win again. Here's Hall. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot. Passes it to Clutch. Six to shoot. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Robertson kicks to Walton. Fires it up. With nobody on him, he buries the jumper. For Los Angeles, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. A Professor, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
Red hot so far, 4 for 4. cooking with gas, couldn't draw it up any better.
Robertson outside. The kick out to Walton. Three-pointer. That shot off. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
Rockets trail by 9. Pass to Robertson. Back to Howard. Right wing. Just 5 to shoot. And some nice passing there by Houston. Tries from 16. Yep, that one goes.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Now here's Lewis. Steady offensive output from him, averaging more than 16 points a game. Here's Stephens. Lewis covering. Robertson passes to Hall. To the left wing. The pass to Robertson. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Walton with the steal. Lewis against Howard. Pass to Hall. Robertson outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. The Bulldozers got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's the Professor. They get it back. Here's the Bulldozer. And finally, that one's good.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets. Clark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
Here's a look at some of the players that have exploded in the second half of the season. These are the scoring leaders since the All-Star break. Well, you look at the Professor, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
He is making his mark in a big way and with big points. You love to see guys get better the later in the season we get.
Well, you know, if you're playing Robertson to score, not a bad idea, but that means you're going to leave other guys open, and he'll find them.
Here's Lewis, and he goes in for the dunk.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
And so it's Houston with it after the basket by Los Angeles. And Malone with the stuff.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
The alley-oop layup, very well done.
And that's how you do it, guys. Ball pressure and then get some runouts.
Robertson against Lewis. Passes it to the Professor. From the arc, hits the three-point bomb. The Professor's got 9.
and they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now here's Robertson. He really played well in that last game against Golden State. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Robertson's got his second bucket of the night. From deep. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. Los Angeles leads by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Yeah, you know what? Makes it really easy for the coaching staff in that case. No adjustments needed. Just keep on keeping on.
Rockets trail by 5. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Shake and bake out there with the professor. And it's Sharp in at the 5. Robertson against Lewis. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
1 shot.
LA's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. And he bangs it home with 1 hand.
And 1 step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Here's Robertson. After the basket by Los Angeles. In the corner, Farrell. Sinks the three-pointer. Now it's a 7-point Los Angeles lead.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Lewis against Robertson. Here's Walton, and it's blocked. The professor passes to Farrell. Pass to Lewis. Rockets with the rebound. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
Yeah, and they're hoping for a better showing against this club this season. Last year, they came out on the losing end.
And, you know, with 2 teams in the upper pyramid in the early going, important to establish that pecking order, especially within your conference. So this game is important.
And here is Los Angeles now. After the three-pointer from Oscar Robertson, the professor passes to Lewis. From outside the arc, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Here's Holland. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. 6 on the shot clock. Malone trying to break free. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's the professor. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
Timeout called, the Rockets. Clark, a lot of coaches like to run their offense through centers. Any names you can think of who you'd be comfortable running your offense through at that position?
Well, just because I've watched him and loved his game since locking into him, Jokic.
Yes.
Man, can he pass it. He can shoot it. He can score it inside. He's got such excellent hands and touch. He's at the top of the list. Marcus Cousins, big guy that can shoot it and pass it as well. And Marcus Hall is also in that list.
Yeah, you'd feel comfortable with any of those guys holding the ball, distributing the ball, wouldn't you?
No doubt.
So both teams making some changes here. This pause in the action gives us a chance to see the teams that have scored the most points off turnovers this month. The Rockets, number 1.
They're taking advantage of every mistake that their opponents are making. I mean, they're really converting points off those turnovers.
Knocks it loose. And the pass to Lewis. Here's the bulldozer. Terry trying to get open. Good. Nice job down low. The Bulldozers got the lead up to 10 now for Los Angeles. Here's Holland. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
And maybe that'll trigger them. Impossible not to get pumped up after that.
Yeah, well, you could see the immediate reaction of the guys on the bench. They are pumped up.
And that's what those alley-oops will do for a team. Ignition, switch, ignited.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Pass to Malone. Here's Stevens. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there. Los Angeles leading by 8. Lewis with it. 11 points in the game. The bulldozer passes to the professor. Lewis on the way. Here's the break. Here's Hall. The big dunk at the end of the break.
And a terrific job on both ends of that sequence. Very slick steal and great transition offense.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Here to check out some of the stats for the professor. First in scoring, 5th in field goal percentage, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And his scoring abilities are just so far out of sight. Number 1 overall right now. No one's been able to slow him down or even come close.
Boy, I tell you what a well-designed play, executed beautifully, too.
1:24 left in the first half. Floats one. Shot is good, and the Los Angeles leads. Cut back down again to 6 with the basket from Holland.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
The professor passes to Lewis. Here's the bulldozer. Here's the professor. He's got 12. His three-pointer's off the mark. Pass to Howard. Pass to Malone. Feeds it to Howard. A reverse. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Down low, here's the professor. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Clutch again, Los Angeles.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Here's Holland. From deep three-point range, and the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. Back right after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the
Yeah,
folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. Okay. And guys, for Los Angeles, Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
Well, the perimeter shooting is the reason they're ahead. I think we'll probably see more of that in the second half, especially if they can stay hot. Man, that's so hot, I gotta take my suit off.
How about you, Kenny? What did you think about Houston?
Well, I think their problem is rebounding, Ernie. You know, when you're trying to come back in a game, every possession counts because each possession can turn into points, and you need to cut that deficit quickly.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joe, what up?
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. What a game we're seeing from the professor.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Rockets trail by 8. They've got Walton, and it's Robertson in at the point guard. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. Count the basket. 8 points for Howard.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Lewis against Howard. Takes a 3. Traps in the tray. And that's 17 points for the professor.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days. Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
Lewis passes to the Bulldozer. The pass to the professor. A three-pointer, no good. Houston's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Unloads. Can't hit that one. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. He kicks it to Lewis. Pass to Clutch. Fires for 3. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
The shot by Robertson, no good.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
Here's the professor. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Now here's Robertson. He's got 11. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so it's Terry bringing it up for Los Angeles. This is the most they've led by 13 points. Kicks to Lewis. Passes to the professor. Back to Lewis. Here's Terry. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Howard dishes to Robertson. Fires the three. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5. We're seeing more and more young coaches in the NBA. You think this is a trend? Is it completely circumstantial? What's your view on it?
Well, I think you've got more younger coaches that are capable and able to coach. And the league is quite young, too. I think it's a current trend. But we've seen that before in decades past when it seems the wave of coaches are younger. I think it's more or less kind of the cycle of life that we see across a lot of different industries.
Clark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep 3 at the top and on the wing. And then you've got a little shorter 3 if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that 3 more in line or symmetrical with the deep 3 at the top. I kind of like having a short corner 3.
I agree with you. Here is a list of the NBA's most adept passing teams this season. These are your assist leaders.
And you know, when your team has a lot of assists, it's testimony to the unselfishness, the patience, the ball movement, the player movement. They have shown all of that.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. To the middle. Pass to Lewis. 4 on the clock. And it's in. Basket number 6 for him thus far. He has only missed 2 shots from the floor.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Walton. Oh, that's blocked. And he's able to get it back. From deep, Robertson. And another 3 for Houston.
He's really picked up where he left off in the first.
Los Angeles leading by 9. Farrell kicks to Lewis. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Holland, the pass to Robertson. There's the pass to Walton. Here's Holland. Houston gets it back. Robertson. Nice work on the board. It's paying off with the basket. Robertson's got 10 points in just the second half. There's 1:38 left to play in the third. Beyond the arc. It's rebounded by Mayton.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
Here's Steffens. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Here's Robertson. It's rebounded by Mayton.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And Walton sends it back. Mayton, good. There's 49 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Holland. Pass to garbage man. Robertson outside. Oscar Robertson with the slam.
And, you know, for the Big O tonight, doesn't really matter, Kevin. Inside, outside, well defended or not, he's scoring at will.
Now here's Lewis. He's got 15. Here's Clutch. Maton, good. Maton's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Holland. And a miss there on the triple. And so it's Los Angeles holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Yeah, platinum level dime dropping there, fellas. Accurate and on time.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Taking a look at Los Angeles. The professor out there with Farrell, and it's Clutch, and it's Maton in at power forward. Fires from deep, knocks down the 3 ball. Farrell's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for Los Angeles.
He's just stretching them out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Now here's Robertson. Count it, and with that basket, he's now 9 of 15 from the floor.
From anywhere in the lane, Robertson's strength and quickness usually means he's the last man standing.
Maton the pass to Clutch. And he goes in for the dunk.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
And he rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish.
Guys, they're not backing off at all, are they?
Now here's Robertson. Here's the 3. That shot missing.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Here's Malone. Here's Holland. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. Lets it go with the 3. The Rockets again can't hit. Los Angeles leading by 14. Farrell passes to Clutch. Five on the clock. And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. Maton, no good. For Houston, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. And here is Robertson. And Oscar Robertson with the slam.
You see the power and athleticism at the rim. Who's man enough to rise up to challenge the Big O?
Los Angeles calls timeout. And with the 4th quarter push coming up here, the coach going over the game plan and these players rehydrating themselves with Gatorade, recharging their bodies, refocusing their minds, and getting that strategy down to close out the game.
Sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle.
His point to them was that they've put themselves in a position to succeed and that this is their game to lose. So he needs to see full concentration out of every guy on the court to finish this one off. Kevin?
Here's the professor. Back to Farrell. Lets it go from deep, and he's good on the three ball. Farrell's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Los Angeles. Rockets trail by 15. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Robertson outside. The kick out to Walton. Got a piece of it. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Lewis checked in for Farrell. And here is Los Angeles now. Here in the fourth, they've allowed just 4 points. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. Now here's Robertson. Launches a three. Sinks the triple. Robertson's got 28 points for the game.
And he can take over in a nanosecond. I mean, once he catches fire, it's difficult to squelch it.
The professor passes to Lewis. Inside, here's Terry. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Rockets trail by 12. Now Robertson lets it go from 11, and Houston again with the bucket.
And that's just showing off right there, guys. I mean, he is too good with that crossover.
Here's the professor, covered by Robertson. Lewis, right side, Rocket 6. Los Angeles with another miss. Robertson with it. The three. Robertson is double. Passes it to Walton. A fader. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. Here's the professor. Pass to Terry. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Lewis passes to the professor. For three, Lewis hits the bucket. And Los Angeles leads by 13.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Hall passes to Walton. 4 on the shot clock. Houston needs to get a shot off. And no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Los Angeles.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
And this will be a big win for them. Lucky win number 13 now in the bag. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for the professor.
You can't look back at too many major moments in this game and not see his imprint put all over it.
Houston, a whole new 5 on the floor.
One shot.
There's 42 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Clutch the pass to Pollard. Now the pass to Clutch. Shot clock at 5. Pass to D. A three. The shot will not fall. And here is Los Angeles now. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. Here's Buckets. To the left side wing. Here's Zeldin. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And that about wraps it up. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Olney, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.